our guy at NBA.com, John Schumann, he came up with a different angle yesterday. Just some numbers to know about the 29-year-old two-time All-Star in Siakam. I loved it, so I thought, hey, I'm going to pull some of my favorite Siakam stats here from Shu, and we're doing a quick top five.
Top five.
Yeah, again, all the credit to our guy Shu. I don't know if he's in the stream team here today, but shout out to Schumann. First stat regarding Siakam, 24.8% usage rate. This year, that's his lowest of the last 5 years. I just think that's fascinating. When you put it into perspective, we're talking guys like Scoot Henderson, Colin Sexton, and Terry Rozier. They have higher usage rate percentages than Siakam this year. Now, again, the ball was handed over to Barnes a lot more. He's more of at times like a facilitator. And I had forgotten just how much of a workhorse Siakam was there in the years following Kawhi leaving and when he was the guy. Because it's down to a low mark from the last 5 years. And that's probably a good thing, playing alongside Halliburton and in the Pacers system. I think that's not going to be an issue at all. It's not going to be this thing he's like, I'm not getting my touches. Where are my touches? It's not coming through me. It won't be a problem at all, I don't believe. So just shocked me a little bit that it's that low, right?
Yeah, they're moving on. This is definitely the year for Barnes.
Right.
And they're obviously pushing. And that is part of the reason I'm sure Pascal, even though he was offered an extension, said, nah, that ain't enough.
Right.
And probably the usage rate, as Schumann noted, ain't enough. Thanks, Shu.
Well, the next number.
Well, hold on a second. I actually think it's good that his usage rate is lower. And
100%.
I think if I'm the Pacers, I want to keep it at about 25. He's a guy that scores very well without having to monopolize the ball.
Yep.
You could run into problems with Toronto, him getting into his ISO bag and just taking up possessions, but he's got the best true shooting percentage of his career since he became an all-star, basically, with the lowest usage rate. It all adds up. He's taking better, good shots, and he's going to get a steady diet of them in Indiana.
Great tease for the fourth stat there, TK. 60% true shooting percentage. He's got lower usage, higher efficiency. Siakam's true shooting percentage of 60%, highest mark over the last 5 seasons. He's shooting nearly, 58.5%, let's call it that, on 2-point shots, and that is well up to what he had done over the previous 4 seasons, where it was more around 51%. So he is playing really well and shooting really efficiently, despite the usage percentage going down. And again, I think that's just such a great sign for the Pacers. 60%, that's no joke there. That's a really good true shooting percentage. Next one, number 3 on the list, 253 total isolations. Shu getting into the second spectrum, tracking there. He ranks, Siakam does, 15th in the league with 253 total isolations this season. Though his isolations per 100 possessions, they're quite down compared to last season and then career high from a couple years ago. But the Raptors, they score in his isolations, or did. He was actually the 10th ranked player among 59 guys with at least 100 such isolations. So I thought that's interesting because you sometimes think, it's like, you don't want that possession, maybe a Siakam ISO. But the numbers say he's damn good. And interesting wrinkle, Halliburton ranks 4th in the league when you get into points per possession in isolation. So now they got two of the top 10 currently when you're looking at least a decent number of isolations in Hallie and Siakam paired together.
Yeah, as much as people are going to miss Pascal Siakam, it's obvious that him as a number 1 option on the offense, going through him for each and every time, produced a mediocre offense. Literally middle of the road, middle of the standings, and middle of offensive rating. That's just the way it was.
Right.
So obviously they're changing.
If he's your second or third guy, then you're feeling a lot better.
He might be winning a ship.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Second stat from Shu, Siakam, 27 for 103 on above the break threes. That's not good.
It's a low number.
He's very good from the corners. Shoots 45%. About 19 for 42, I think Shu had it down as. But yeah, 27 for 103. That's 26% above the break threes. Overall, 31.7% from deep. Ranks 160th among 187 players with at least 100 attempts. So low, really low. But what's weird is over the last, 10 games, he was sort of on fire from deep. He had a couple stretches there where he couldn't miss. So that's going to be important. I mean, you got a lot of shooters on Indiana that, You got Buddy. You got Even Turner a little bit. You got Neesmith. Like, those guys are high volume. Halliburton, high volume 3-point shooters. So Siakam won't really have to be like doing that. But in today's game, you need all 5 guys to be able to shoot at least some confidence out there, or at least helps. So something to watch, how well he shoots the 3 ball.
It's obvious when they started getting rid of the wings that they have too many of. Everybody got hot. Oh, yeah, I get to shoot more. We don't have OG and Barnes and Pascal anymore. They started getting better. Pascal got way better when he started to feel like, oh, yeah, I'm going to shoot. He looked like a different guy. That's obvious.
Or maybe when he was realizing he was going to get traded.
A little audition mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say stick to the corners.
Yeah.
They don't need him to ever take it above the break 3.
Right.
With Halliburton, shoots it well. Obviously, Hield shoots it well. Miles Turner, I feel like you don't see him in the corner all that often. He'll trail and hit a 3. They got guys who can do it from the far ones. Stick to the shorties, buddy.
Yeah. And then final stat here, Siakam averaged 26 and 3 over his last 5 seasons. And this one caught me by surprise. Shu says Siakam is one of only 4 players. Giannis, Luka, and Tatum are the others who averaged at least 20 points, 6 boards, and 3 assists in each of the last 5 seasons. That was like, what? A little shocking. But he's a part of a very, unique list there, and some good numbers from Siakam. So we'll see how he does in Indiana. Thanks to Shu. Love his work. He had a bunch of more stats if you want to go crazy over there. So go to NBA.com.
I thought he was going with the top 5 moments from his Raptors days.
No,
I thought he was more
Shu.
moments
Shu's a
man.
numbers man.
You got a top 5 moments from his Raptors?
What's your favorite?
I do. Here are my top 5.
Okay.
At number 5, scoring 32 points in the Game 1 of an NBA Finals. That's good. Top 5 Pascal Siakam moments are phenomenal. At number 4, when he started that social media Yak and Skills video, that was hot. That was hot. Him and Jakob Pertl took over social media. They were making great videos together. At number 3, when he broke Joel Embiid's face in 2021. It wasn't good, but it was interesting because we went from him evolving. Look at him go in the playoffs. Then there was that really weird year. And then every Toronto fan in 21 thought that they were going to beat the Philadelphia 76ers. They did not. Even though they broke Joel Embiid's face, they still couldn't beat them. At number 2,
How about the Siakam Swirl McFlurry at McDonald's?
absolutely.
Still available.
Yes, still available, yes.
McDonald's named Siakam Swirl Flurry after him. Smarties are in it.
Wow.
In Canada, Smarties are chocolate, baby. They're so good.
It's true.
They're good. Yeah.
They're chocolate, baby.
Siakam Swirl McFlurry. It's good. I always wondered what's in there. It's chocolate. Not bad. And number 1, Pascal Siakam scored the final basket of the 2019 NBA Finals. He went right by Draymond Green and scored at the rim when they were trying to get back into it. That was him.
It was tight.
Like 20 seconds left. He was the guy who scored. Then they went to the free throws and all this weird stuff where they were
The
forcing.
game was over, but it wasn't.
Yeah, but he scored that final bucket. He drove past Draymond Green. So that's the number 1, I think.
Love
that
it.
we
It's
don't
a great
remember.
top 5.
Good list. Wow, we just hit you with a bonus top 5 off the top of his dome, this guy.